Chapter 9.2, Plane Geometric Figures. So in this case, in this section, we will learn the geometric figures. So, first, what is a polygon? Polygon is a closed figure, like a rectangle or triangle, right? So that is a closed figure determined by three or more line segments. These are the sides. So triangle has three sides. Rectangle has four sides. So there are names for this polygon. So if there are three lines, so three sides, then we call it, of course, triangle, right? Triangle. And if there are four sides, then we call it, quadrilateral. So quadrilateral means it can be, it can have rectangle or square, right? Or any other, four-side figure. And then five sides is pentagon, six sides, hexagon, seven sides, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, and decagon. So keep in mind that there are names for these closed figures depending on the number of sides. Okay, for the triangle, if two sides are the same, the length of two sides are the same. So this side and this side are the same. Then we call it isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. So if this is isosceles triangle, then this angle and this angle are also same angle. Okay. Then what if three sides are the same? Then what do you call this triangle? If three sides are same, then equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. So since three sides are the same, three angles are also same. The measure of these three angles are the same. So each angle will be 60 degrees, right? 60 degrees, each of them. So either if three sides are same, then we call it equilateral triangle. So that three angles are the same. So in another word, there is another term, we call it equiangular triangle. So equiangular triangles and equilateral triangles have what? Three sides are the same and three angles are the same. And if all three sides are different, then we call scalene triangle. Scalene, right? Scalene. And then if all three angles are less than 90 degrees, then we call this triangle acute triangle, because acute angle means that angle is less than 90, right? And then if one of the angle is greater than 90, then this triangle is called obtuse triangle. Okay, nothing special. Okay, for quadrilateral, okay, look at this rectangle, right? Usually there's a rectangle. So rectangle means in each angle is 90 degrees and the opposite sides are equal. The length of opposite sides are equal. That is right angle. That is a rectangle. And then square. What is a square? Square means four sides are equal. All these four side lengths are equal. Of course, each angle is 90 degrees. Okay, how about the rhombus? Okay, rhombus angles. Four side lengths are equal, but the angle is different. Only the opposite angles are the same. Okay, the opposite angles are the same. And parallelogram. Okay, parallelogram is the opposite sides are the same. The length of opposite sides are the same. Okay, then we call it parallelogram. Okay, parallelogram. So rectangle is also one of the parallelogram. Okay, rectangle. Okay, trapezoid. Okay, trapezoid is only one pair of opposite sides are parallel. This pair is parallel. Okay, then we call it trapezoid. Okay, isosceles trapezoid is, okay, one pair is parallel, right? These two lines are parallel, two sides are parallel, and the other two sides have the same length. Same length, right? Same length. Then we call it isosceles trapezoid. This is trapezoid, but two sides are the same in isosceles, right? Remember isosceles? Okay. Then what do you mean by perimeter? Okay, perimeter is perimeter. Okay, perimeter is the side length, sum of the side length. So it is the sum of three side lengths. So that is perimeter. And if it's a rectangle, then sum of four lengths. So in this case, W and this side are the same, and the lengths are the same. Right? Two lengths are the same, two width sides are the same. So it will be 2L plus 2W, or you can write it, L plus L plus W plus W. Or you can write it like this. Now L plus W, right? Length plus W, width, and then there are two of them. It's the same. And then if this is square, then of course each side length same. So all four side lengths are the same. So it will be S plus S plus S plus S. So that is for S. Okay, how about circle? What is the length of the circle? Length of a circle is, we call it circumference. Okay, circumference, we use letter C. So circumference is memorized, 2 pi r. Okay, 2 pi r. R is a radius. And then, or pi d. D means the diameter. Diameter is twice the radius, right? Twice the radius. So circumference is the length of the circle, the outside circle, circumference. So that is always 2 pi r. And what is the value of pi? Pi is always 3.14. This is irrational number. 3.14, and it does not terminate and does not repeat. It's a irrational number. Okay, and diameter is, what's diameter? Diameter passes through the center all the way to the end. So AB is a diameter, and radius is the distance from the center to a circle, outside, to a point on the circle. That is the radius. So always radius is half the diameter, and diameter is twice the radius. Okay, so that's all. So these are the definitions. Then let's check examples. Okay, the perimeter of a square. Square patio is 44 feet. So the perimeter means, the sum of four side length is 44. And this is a square, right? Square. So four side lengths are the same. So the perimeter formula is what? Perimeter is equal to 4 times S, right? And the perimeter is given 44. So 44 is 4 times S. So from this, divide each side by 4. Then S equals 11, right? So each side of this patio is 11 feet. Okay, next one. A square with each side. So there is a square, and each side is what? 60 feet. So this is 60, this is 60. So all four side lengths are the 60 feet. That was perimeter. So perimeter is 4 times 60, or add 60 4 times. Okay. And then here, what is the perimeter of a letter size paper? Okay, letter size is 8.5, 11, right? 8.5 by 11. So 8.5 is the width, and 11 is the length. So perimeter is add 8.5 twice and add 11 by 11 twice. Right? Okay, then you can just add it. And the dimension of a triangle are this 18 feet, 11 feet, and 15. Then the perimeter is what? Sum of all these three, right? Sum of all these three. So nothing special. A circumference of a circle with a diameter. So diameter is given. Then I can find the circumference, right? So this is the circumference, and diameter is given. So diameter is 9 inches. 9 inches. So you can use either circumference pi d. So pi times d, which is 9. Okay, next, find the circumference of a circle with a radius. So since radius is given, you can use this formula, 2 pi r, right? So c equals 2 pi r. And then replace r with 150. Is it 15? Yeah, 15. Simple, right? Okay, next. How many rolls of wallpaper should be purchased to cover 2 walls of 8 feet by 12 feet per roll? Okay, each roll of wallpaper covers 30 square feet. All right. So what is the wall? Okay, wall is 8 feet, but so this is let's say this is 8 feet, and this 12 feet. Right. So there are 2 walls. So another one over here and another one. So 8 feet, 11 feet. So we're gonna cover these two walls. So what is the sum? So what's the area of these two? So each rectangle, area of each rectangle is 8 times 12, or 8 times 12, length times width. And then there are 2 of them, so multiply by 2. So this is the area. That's the area. And then each wallpaper covers 30 square feet. 30, right? So divide the area by 30, that will make 6.4. So row, you cannot have, points, decimal rows, so we must make a integer row, right? Integer. So instead of 6.4, we will round up. So it will be 7 rows will be required. Okay, so the area is 192 square feet. So, each wallpaper covers 30 square feet. 30 square feet. So we have 192. Divide the area by 30. Okay, next. Find the area of a circle. The area of a circle is pi r squared. I think we didn't do the area of a circle. Okay, area of a circle is pi r squared. Okay, don't forget this. The area of a circle is pi r squared. This is the formula. So don't forget the formula. So use the formula. So pi r squared, and r is the diameter is given. Since diameter is given, you can find r. What is r? R is equal to what? Half the diameter, or half the diameter. Make sense? So the diameter is 5, so divide 5 by 2, that is r. So pi r squared is this one. Right? Pi r squared. Okay, find the area of a circle with a radius. Okay, radius is given. So pi r squared, from the formula, just replace r with 11, the given number, then calculate. Alright, so what else? Okay, so what's the area of a rectangle? Okay, area of a rectangle is length times width. Length times width. And then area of a square is what? Since length and the width are the same, that is s times s, which is s squared. Okay, parallelogram. Area of a parallelogram is what? It's really simple. Just multiply the base and the height. Okay, base and height. So this is the base, and this is the height. Okay, this is height, right? And a triangle. Okay, triangle is half the rectangle. The area of a triangle is half the rectangle, and the area of the rectangle is base times height, right? Base times height, or length times width, length times width. So in this case, we will multiply the base b and the height h, then divide it by 2. Okay, so area is base times height divided by 2. That's the area of rectangle, triangle, sorry. And trapezoid is this. Trapezoid, so these two are parallel, right? There are two bases. So base 1 and base 2. So add up base 1 and base 2 and multiply by the height. And then divide by 2. Just like a triangle. For the area of triangle, we multiply the base and the height, then divide by 2. For the trapezoid, there are two bases, so same thing. Multiply base by the height and divide by 2. Since there are two bases, add base 1 and base 2. Okay, add base 1 and base 2, then multiply the height and divide by 2. Okay, circle. Here is the formula for the circle. Simple. Just pi r squared. Simple. Pi r squared. Okay, memorize the area. So since we know the area, we know the formula of this. Okay, let's try this. How many bags of grass seed should be used? One bag is for 1,500 square feet. So we need to find the area of this trapezoid. So the formula for the area of a trapezoid is what? Add up the base, two bases, so add 80 and 115. So this is the base. So multiply the base and the height, 64, right? So add up these two bases, then multiply the height, divide by 2. So this is the area of this trapezoid. So since one bag of grass seed covers 1,500, divide the area, right? Divide the area by the area that one bag of grass seed can cover. Okay, so the bag is 1.46, round this number up. So we need 5 bags. Can you see it? And the others are the same. So we solved this, the area, the questions related to the area before we studied this formula, right? This formula. Okay, this formula. So always memorize the formula of finding area of rectangle, square, and parallelograms. You know, parallelogram is similar to the trapezoid, right? Because two sides the bases are parallel. So what we do is add up. You can add up these two bases and multiply h and then divide by 2. But in this case, two side lengths are the same, so you will have the same result. So parallelogram, triangle. So triangle is really important. Don't forget the formula of the triangle, circle, trapezoid, and rectangle. Very, very important. Okay, so that's it for this section. Because this section has so many formulas, so please memorize these formulas.